Okay, you're now tuned in to Barber World TV. I'm your host, International Zoe. I'm here with Big Unc, Russell, Tailor Made Dreams. It's my pleasure to meet you, brother. I've been watching your channel for a while. I believe you were like one of the first brothers I was watching down here in the Dominican Republic. I'm new to the Dominican Republic. I've only been coming for a little over a year.
Okay.
But when I was ready to come and I started doing my research, you were like the first guy. And I know you stopped and then you started over. So had you not stopped, man, your following would be crazy.
Yeah, because it was about 20,000 at that time.
Yeah.
But I just need to take a break, man, because I've always been a kind of behind the scenes guy. Because of my work position, and I just wasn't used to all the the attention that came with it. So I said, let me take a break from it, and then I met a couple of brothers and said, man, we really found your information valuable, man, and we missing that good content. So I said, fuck it, I'll come on back out, and but I'm keeping it up. I ain't taking it down. I took it down too. Because all that good footage, man, that followed me from the States when I first started doing the YouTube thing in my backyard up to now. So, I kind of missed that too. I fucked up.
Hey, we destroy and rebuild. One of your first videos I remember seeing is you were like one of the first guys that I saw that made the move down here and documented it.
Yeah.
And that was some time back. And that astonished me how you made the decision, like you made a finite decision and you made it happen before you even left.
Yeah.
I found that like amazing to be that strong-willed to say, you know what, I'm doing this.
When I got down here, man, I mean, for me, this was like my peace, my serenity, my playground, my wilding out. This was like everything, man, because everybody know my story. I've shared it 1,000 times. When I first came down here on that Wednesday, I got here on the Wednesday, and I brought a condo on Friday. I didn't even have the money for it. But I took that initiative, man. This is old story, where the captain, man, he sailed to a new land and told all his crew to get off the ship, and then he burnt down the ship. He said either we gonna die here, or we gonna survive here.
Right.
So I just took that attitude, man. So I said, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm burning down that bridge for anything keeping me in the matrix.
Right.
I'm unplugging, and thank God, man. I think once I took that mindset, shit just started falling in place, man. Because it was actually supposed to be another 4 years before I supposed to actually made it down here. That was my plan.
Right.
But some things fell into place, man. Stars aligned due to the ancestors, whatever. And I said, man, it's time to make that leap of faith.
And I also, I'm just jumping around here. When it comes to mine, I'm just gonna bring it up. I like that you're like a linguistics. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple lines in there that everybody follow, you know what I'm saying? The Matrix, that's now new Sosua or language, mangoes, language you dropped on them, pandemic, language you dropped on them, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of like a prophet, you know what I mean? Because you be dropping joints that catch and people run with it, you know what I'm saying? So like they added certain things to the dictionary that like bling bling and stuff like that that Lil Wayne and them made.
Right.
They need to add a couple of your joints to the dictionary, man.
well, I gotta admit, man, some stuff I stole, like the Matrix, I got from this brother Charles Tyler.
Okay, that's the brother from Rio.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So that was his thing, man. Great brother. Rest in power. So I stole that from him straight up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But you owned it. Like Flavor Flav stole Yeah Boy from LL Cool J, but that's Flavor Flav.
I got it. Yeah. You just make things synonymous with your brand.
Right.
Make things synonymous with how you move, man. And so far, I've been blessed. I got a pretty good brand. I got a decent name, man. It's because, I think because, I'm just honest with people. My boy, matter of fact, we was having a conversation last night. He says, man, I think you're a little too honest. I think you tell a little bit too much of your personal business, man, I think you just need to keep more content. And I said, man, you know, the thing is about me, man. You get to a certain age, stage in your life, you don't give a fuck about what people say about you. And I'm at that stage, you know. I mean, people have, talked about me, criticized me, whatever, but nobody's ever said I stole anything from them. Nobody's ever said I lied to them. Nobody's ever said I've cheated them or they've been cheated messing with anybody I'm with. So as long as, somebody can hate me just for hating me or hating my success, I'm cool with that. But like I said, can't nobody say, like I said, they can't ever say stole, lied, cheated, or anything else.
Right.
So I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm not worried about what people say.
That's why I said, long as I sleep good at night,
absolutely,
I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very conscious of what I say and do.
Absolutely.
And I find your brand of honesty refreshing.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Because some people front and put on the front, like they call the young kids call it capping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I find your lane a mature lane. On top of that, because some people got other content that has some immaturity and some growth to it. That's why they have a little problems and little rifts and beefs because they're not at the mature stage level to let certain things go over their head.
Exactly. But the thing is, man, you got to learn in life, man, to get rid of that ego. Because that ego is what kills you. You know what I'm saying?
Especially as a black
man. You so proud, but pride ain't putting no money on, ain't put no money in the bank account, ain't paying the rent, ain't doing a lot of things for you. But we proud of shit that we don't even own.
Yeah.
Like you got these cats, these young boys, in these games talking about they own the neighborhood. Motherfucker, buy the store, buy that house, buy the one across the street. Then you own something, man. So. And I'm a big time proponent of ownership, man. I'm a big time proponent of ownership. And I actually kind of fell in that lane sort of by a fluke, because when I was like 22, I was living with a chick and she put me out, and I mean, it's like I ain't got nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying? And from that point on, man, I said nobody will ever do that to me again.
Right.
So I've always made sure I own everything that I own the roof over my head. If I'm heavy into something, I make sure that I own the business or whatever, man. So ownership is big to me, man, and that's what I'm trying to, especially get young cats like yourself and even young cats younger. Think ownership, think laptop lifestyle where you can work anywhere in the world and do your thing, man. So but that's big, man. That's big. Ownership. We got to start ownership.
Right. So let's start a little bit from the beginning. Let's reel it back.
Let's reel it back.
Tell me quickly, briefly about where you're from in America and what you did when you were there, what you retired from there, and when you find yourself landed here in the DR.
Okay, originally from Brooklyn, New York.
I was born in Brooklyn.
You were born in Brooklyn? What part?
Fort Greene, born in Cumberland Hospital.
Hell yeah. I was born in Kings County.
Okay.
From Bushwick section in Brooklyn. So yeah, we got a lot coming. In fact, my nephew's name is Lorenzo and Alonzo, and we call him Zoe. So we got that in common, and the whole barbershop thing.
Right.
But just from Brooklyn, man. Grew up, poor, moms, poor neighborhood. But I always wanted more. Always wanted more. I had a brother who got killed when I was like 19, and I was going through a lot of head things, man. So I didn't take it. I didn't take it well. Started going out there, wilding out, getting into the pharmaceutical game, and two of my boys went to jail. I hung out with three dudes. One was a kingpin, other guy was about mid-level, and I was just a cat, just keep the bills paid. And them two went to jail, man. Paranoid me. I gotta get the hell up out of here. So I walked. I was in Ridgewood, Queens, man. I walked past the sign. It says, Uncle Sam wants you. I said, you can have my black ass, man. The best adult decision I ever made, man. So I went to the military.
What branch of the military did you go into?
Went into the Navy.
That's one of the better branches to go into, they say.
Yeah. No, I loved it, man. I loved it because I was able to travel. I went all over the world. Went everywhere from Africa, the motherland, to Israel, to Egypt, all through the Caribbean. I mean, just man, I mean, you know, asking me where I've gone, I could easier tell you where I haven't been.
Right.
So that gave me that love for traveling. And after I even got out, man, opened up my salon. Hair, I was in the hair game because I was in it before I left New York. And man, I started writing on the wall. I did really well for about 12 years of business. It started going down, man. So I decided it was time for me to reinvent myself. Went back to college about 38. Got 2 degrees. I moved out to Atlanta, did my thing, and I'm still traveling, man. But I never felt comfortable being in the Matrix. I just never felt comfortable.
And why is that? What things that made you feel uncomfortable?
I just felt like I couldn't breathe. I was sick of all the racism. You know, I grew up in late 60s, 70s. So I've seen all this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm here, you be at your grandparents' parties and you hear them talk about, civil rights and everything, man. So I grew up in that era. And I was just tired of that shit, man. I was just tired, and I was like, I know there's a better way. And like I said, man, since I've been traveling, since I was in the Navy, man, I got back into, I left traveling for about maybe 8 or 9 years. And my boy Juan said, man, come with me to Panama. And I didn't have my passport at the time, man. I was like, yeah, man, you know something, I ain't traveled about 9 years. So I got my passport, went back with him to Panama, man. And it just, I mean, automatically, it just put new life in me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just new life, man. So, you know, I just been on the road since then. I came down to DR, my first trip. I just came down here to hang out and party and, you know, wild out.
What year was this about?
So this is 2000. So we talking, it's 2020, so we're talking at least maybe 99 or 2000. Yeah. Maybe 99, 2000.
Okay. That's 20 years ago. That's quite some time ago.
Yeah. I met this beautiful little girl, man. I was hanging out with my boy. He was married to a Dominican. He said, man, Sunday's gonna be a big dinner. Come on by, let's hang out. Let you meet my girl people. So I went by there, check out the honey, see, you know, one I wanted to slam out. And I fell in love, man, but I fell in love with the little girl. And she was a sickly little girl, man. And you know, when I seen the family, the mother asked the son to go out and get the girl's medication. He went out and brought 1 pill, and I was like, 1 pill? So I asked my boy, yo, why you gonna have 1 pill? Because like the sickle cell anemia, it attacks the body, man, and where you can't even touch the person. They're sore all over. And he says, well, down here, you know, he said they're poor, and you know, they buy their medication like 1 pill at a time.
Wow.
And you know something, man, I had a pocket full of money. I was like, nah, man, I can't. You know, my conscience just couldn't do it. Right. So I said, no. I said, well, listen, how much are 30 pills? So I went ahead and gave the family money to buy 30 pills. Went back home, man, and I couldn't get the little girl off my mind, man. I talked to my moms. You know, everybody know me and my moms were super close, man. My mother looked at me and said, well, what you gonna do? Right. And I said, what you mean what I'm gonna do? She said, you keep talking about that little girl, so what you gonna do?
Your mother put things in perspective. Mothers always put things in perspective, right?
Oh, man.
In the simplest terms.
Simplest terms. Man, I brought a plane ticket, came back down here, had some fun, but also to check on the little girl, man. Went through the house, saw all this mold and shit, man. This girl got, you know, sickle cell anemia, breathing in these spores. So I told the mom, I said, well, how much you pay rent here? She said, $5,000. I said, well, how much to get you a decent place where it's no mold, you got running water, because the water wasn't running.
Right.
She said about $10,000, $11,000. I said, hey, if you pay the $5,000, I'll put another $6,000 on top of it. Right. And I'll give you a little something extra, because I know with bigger houses, a little bit more bills. So I did that, man. About 2 years in, I was like, what the hell am I doing, man? I might as well adopt her. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm you know, yeah. I'm in too deep now. You know what I'm saying?
You might as well put on your taxes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man.
Right.
So the process took about a little over a year, and I was able to adopt her, man, and call her my daughter. And man, best thing in my life, man. I miss her. I love her. But she definitely made me a better man.
And how long before she passed? Because I know by watching your channel, you told me at some point she had passed.
Yeah, she passed a little over 6.5 years now. Matter of fact, her and my mom passed 100 days apart.
Wow.
Yeah, so a little over 6.5 years. But like I said, man, I think meeting her and having her in my life really gave me that push to because I said, you know something, I want to be around her. I want to watch her do a thing. So, I just started making plans, man, to move down here. Even though we were making plans for her to move to the States because she had did 2 years of college. She wanted to move on her 21st birthday.
Wow.
So her birthday is January 31st. My daughter died January 11th.
Wow.
So the year she was supposed to be moving to the States, man, unfortunately she passed away. And after that, man, I was going to work, man, and I just couldn't find a reason to stay there. And like I said, some things when I started vlogging, man, it was helping me because it gave me a chance to start expressing how I felt. Honestly, man, I ain't think nobody was gonna listen to my goddamn word. I thought maybe 6 people watch this, it'd be good. You know what I'm saying? Because it was more for me.
Yes.
It wasn't for anybody else.
Right.
And then, man, people just started connecting, man. And as I started coming down here, because I couldn't go back to Santo Domingo the way I was rolling because it was heartbreaking. Every time I go to Santo Domingo, I think about my daughter, I'm crying. And I was watching this white dude called Cuba Dave.
That name sounds familiar.
He's an old YouTuber, man.
Yeah.
That he used to do Costa Rica here. He actually got caught up in some shit, went to jail in Costa Rica.
Right.
And
I think I heard about that.
Yeah. But watching him, hearing how he was talking about Sosua, I said, you know something, I love Dominican Republic. I don't want to stop going to Dominican Republic. So I said, well, let me come down here to Sosua just to try it out. Man, I came down here, man, it was love at first sight. This lady was, she had me wrapped around her finger, man. Like I said, I put money down on the condo. I sent what little money I had in the bank when I got home to make sure they had a security deposit. And man, I'm pulling money from 401k, doing this, doing. Man, let me tell you, this place was like crack when I first got down here, man.
And that was like
this was about 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Somebody asked me my advice, and now I want to remix it real quick in regards to Sosua. I would say, if you like a girl, keep her as long as you like her before you let her go. Because when you see her with another dude, you're going to feel a little pain in your heart.
Yeah.
So my advice is keep her until you stop liking her. Tell her how much for the week or how much for the month or whatever you got to do. Because you definitely getting caught in your feelings down here.
I'm gonna tell you, I almost got caught up, man. Because everybody get caught. I don't give a fuck. I don't give guys like, man, you simp. Let me tell you something. Motherfucker who calling somebody simp, then caught up one of these chicks here. So what happened to me was I got caught up with this one chick here, and the only way I could kind of shake it, I threw a party, and I knew she was out there doing her thing. And I was telling other brothers, yo, her game is on point. So once I seen her knocking out other brothers, that was it. You know what I'm saying? That
reality check.
That was the reality check.
Right.
So, instead of me waiting for that love sickness to go away, hey, once you start smashing your boys, it goes away real quick.
Right. So, real briefly, tell us about the process of you purchasing your condo, right? And how did that go? And are there things that you would do different now that you look at it in hindsight?
Nothing I would do different.
Okay.
Nothing. Let me say this too. There's not one day I've lived here that I've ever regretted. There's not one day I ever said, man, was this the right decision? There's not one day I ever lived here and said, I need to go home. The only thing I ever regret when I moved here was not being able to do it sooner. With that said, the process is pretty much like it was in the States. When I was serious about making the offer for the condo, we went back and forth. They wanted 65. I know I didn't have 65, so I said, all right, 50. They didn't take it. We settled at 56.5. I took 500 from the money, you know, my fund money, and I gave it to Hannah Petrell over at Century 21. You know, I said, hey, look, here's 500. I'll send you the rest of the money when I get home. So I said, how much I need to have? And she said, well, when is the closing? I said, well, I want the closing quick, because I don't want to come down here and do these hotels. She said, so when? So I said, all right, 30 days. She said, then you got to send me, I think it was like 15 grand when you get home. But within 3 weeks, you had to send the rest of the money.
Right.
So I'm like,
So
well, shit, I might send the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
Of this thing. Yeah.
No, but I had to figure it out. When I got home, man, like I said, I dipped into my saving. I always keep a nice emergency fund.
Right.
You know, I always keep at least 6 months to a year. So I put all that up, and my 401, and like I said, some saving. So it was enough to send here. But I was on pins and needles. I was nervous as hell because you know you are transmitting $56,000 to somebody overseas. You know what I'm saying? That shit was nerve wracking, man. I mean, I was like this.
You was brave to do that.
Yeah, man. And I'm calling.
Did you get it?
Yeah, what's the process? So I didn't know if I could come back down here, man, because with my boss and everything, man. And I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna call out sick for a couple of days.
Right.
So, because first I gave Hannah power of attorney to just close it for me, my real estate. I said, nah. I got, you know, so I had to be here.
Right.
I had to be here. So I said, fuck it. I went and I got on the plane. My boy hooked me up with a buddy pass. And I came down here, did the closing. And everything went smooth, man. After before we did the closing, we did a walkthrough in the house. Made sure everything was the way it's supposed to be. They didn't like snatch ceiling fans out or none of that shit.
Right.
And I went to the closing, man, and hour and a half later, you know, they gave me the keys to the condo and said, it's yours.
Welcome to the Dominican Republic.
Welcome to the Dominican Republic, man. And man, it's been a blessing. And I'm gonna tell you, since then, I made every dime back. Wow. I made every dime back, so now it's all profit.
You rent it now, right?
Yeah.
You rent it out. And what part of Dominican Republic is it in, if you don't mind?
Man, it's 3 minutes from here, bro.
3 minutes, so it's in Sosua.
Yeah, it's right there on Pedro Casante. Because I was getting ready to sell it a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Because I was involved with the land deal and I wanted to start doing some building. And my brother, you know, my brother from another mother, he said, man, listen, you know, man, don't sell the condo. I said, bro, listen, I need that money to invest with some other money. So he said, well, look, let me give you 35K, and then you keep your condo. You can still do what you need to do, and you got 35K, and you keeping your condo. So that was a no-brainer for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was and the land deal fell through. I got 35K. That pretty much paid off anything else that was like, let's say, money that I put out. So like I said, now, man, it's just all profit. Best decision I made in Sosua, man.
You know, you're a big catalyst to a lot of brothers that move down here. You know that, right?
I hope so.
You if they didn't tell you, I'm damn pretty sure you are. Because you were one of the first stories.
Yeah.
And just because of your success story, it gave other brothers confidence to do it, to investigate it, pursue it, and everything else.
Well, this is what it is. Because when I was doing research on Sosua and just traveling other places in general, I didn't see a lot of black YouTubers out there. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it came to traveling. And I know that brothers, especially black men, we want to see stories from our perspective.
Exactly.
And we wasn't hearing anything from our perspective. Every time we went to YouTube, it was always a white guy we was hearing it from, a Chinese guy, this other dude. Right. I mean, you had like very few black dudes out there doing something, but no brother was doing it here. Right. And once I started doing it here, man, I'm telling you, the shit just like it just blew up. So you know, and I was amazed. Honestly, I was amazed. But then once I started looking at it, I said, wow, it blew up because other people are looking to hear what this place is about from another person that looks just like them.
Yes.
So I respect that and understand that.
Yeah, and wherever I go somewhere, now, thank God, YouTube, internet, You can research it if you want.
Yeah.
It makes you feel confident on where to fly, what airport to fly into, what neighborhood to stay in, how much things cost, what are the tourist attractions. So you have a semi blueprint of an itinerary that you can build on your own just by doing research on YouTube. It gives you confidence to go there on your own, because most travelers got to travel on their own because your boys is not doing it.
Nah, but also, man, you know, I wanted to be able to bring that blueprint to life. Like, that's why with my channel, man, you don't see, I don't do the whole titties and ass thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Every man know what titties, ass, and other parts of the anatomy look like.
Right.
My thing was, I want to teach brothers, hey, that you can open up a bank account. You can have an overseas bank account. It ain't just for some rich white dude, you know what I'm saying, with $1 billion. I want to teach brothers, you can buy property overseas. You don't have to be a resident to actually buy property. You know, when I first started coming out, I was filming all the streets, so walking up and down, letting brothers know, because I walked from my condo all the way to the beach one day. Right. And I just filmed it, kept running my mouth, talking the whole time. Just let them see landmarks that they can see, hey, you know, Hotel Europa, here's a landmark. You know, at that time, Rum was open, here's Rum, but that's a landmark. Here's Classico. This is how close it is to the beach. So I was trying to give them a blueprint that they can follow, man. That way when they came down here, they actually felt comfortable. Right. And to my amazement, man, a lot of brothers when they came, they said, man, they said, I watch you so much. It's like I knew where I was going. Yes. You know, I knew what Pedro Casante was. I knew what Classicos was. Right. You know, so man, so you know, it was just, you know, it was just, you know, I guess, you know, maybe the ancestors are smiling on me, saying, hey, listen, let me do something with this brother.
Right, right. And now you started a new venture with Maria?
My attorney, my personal attorney, yeah.
Tell us about the new venture.
Oh man, I'm excited about this thing. We're going to launch in January, even though I start signing up people already. So the event, so the business is called DR Legal Help, because you got a lot of not just brothers, you know, but this is throughout the country, but expats, people who come down here on vacation, you know, this is for peace of mind. Because a lot of times you come down here, you rent a car, you get into a fender bender. You know what I'm saying? That person gets hurt. The Ahmed's gonna take you to the police station. You don't know what's going on, especially if you don't speak the language. You feel like you just asked out. Right. They're gonna recommend you to their person, their cousin, their friend. So now they trying to sum you up, chop up your money. You know, guys are getting banged in the head for $6, $7, $8, $10, $12,000. And all because they didn't have anyone to call. They didn't know who to turn to, who to talk to. With DR Legal Help, we give you that access. Because the most important thing, anytime you're dealing with the cops, is that first 24 hours. Because once they know that you have legal representation, the story changes, the trajectory changes, the conversation you have with the police changes. And with DR Legal Help, anybody who signs up, there will be an attorney on your case within 24 hours. Right.
Yeah. I've heard from you and others the horror stories about car accidents, home ownership, problems with the girls in the hotel, we get paid, and you know, and I know I just spoke to a few people who got, you know, hemmed up by the police during curfew, and they brought them in and they basically wanted money to let them out. Yeah. You know, so
do the shakedown, baby.
Yeah.
Do the shakedown.
Happens in a lot of countries, man.
It does.
They don't pay the police enough.
They don't. And I'll say one thing about the police and DR, and I know, and I have people give me some flack on my channel when I say, but I love the police. At least one thing I know about dealing with the police here, I'm not gonna get shot down like a dog. Right. I'm not gonna be asked to go down on the ground, put my face, and have these motherfuckers slap and beat the hell out of me. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna treat you like as human. They're gonna treat you just like they would treat a Dominican. They're gonna treat you just as they would treat a white dude. They're gonna treat you with the humanity and respect that you do. And if I gotta buy a cop lunch to you know, hey, to like, you know, have a 30-second interaction versus a 2-hour interaction, I don't mind buying them lunch.
Right.
You know?
So what information do you have for brothers that want to invest in the Dominican Republic and buy a property? buy a home or a condo?
First of all, you got to make sure you know who you're dealing with. You know, you got to make sure you know who you're dealing with. If you're buying land, and right now, I'm about telling brothers, buying a condo, buying a house is cool, but one thing this pandemic has taught me, we need land. We need land, because with land, I can put some coconut trees, I can put avocado trees, I can put some mango trees, and I can still build a beautiful property. But now I have sustainability. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna starve. I ain't gonna go thirsty. So I would say
You
buy
can get
land.
some goats or something if you want them.
Hell yeah, you do whatever you want to do. Yeah, you absolutely. But now if you see a great deal on a condo, whatever, hey, I encourage you, man.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta have a plan B.
Right.
Because you see the decay, especially if you are African American. There's total decay in the black community. They have 401 years, and we still treated like second-class citizens. Let me tell you something, man. That experiment don't work. And I get a lot of people saying, "Well, man, everybody can't leave." You know something? Like Harriet Tubman said, I freed 1,000 slaves. I would have freed 1,000 more if they knew they were slaves.
Right.
So the ones who consciously make that decision to stay because they keep making these excuses, I ain't mad at you.
Right.
Stay. The ones who can leave and who woke and who want to be treated with humanity, especially now, Trump in this pandemic has created opportunity. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Right now, a lot of jobs are not going back into these office buildings, especially if you're a boss. And so they said, and you paying, let's say $20,000 a month rent in this one building. You paying custodial fees, lights, yada yada yada. Now you getting the same productivity without having that $20,000 a month rent, light bill, custodial bill. Are you going back into that fucking building?
Absolutely not.
Hell no, stay home.
Right.
So it's created an opportunity for people to have a laptop lifestyle. And that's what I'm pushing right now, buying land, laptop lifestyle, and make sure that you have DR Legal. As a matter of fact, before you do anything, sign up for drlegalhelp.com.
So what comes with the sign up? Is it a monthly fee? Is it like what's that company they got in New York, in America?
Legal Shield?
Legal Shield, yeah.
It's similar to that. It's very similar to that. What comes with it, so it's $150 to sign up, and then you have a $35 a month membership fee. What comes with that is you get 2 consultations every month with an attorney, whether you want to talk about litigation, whether you want to talk about asset protection, whether you want to talk about land ownership, whatever you want to talk about, you'll be able to have that one-on-one with that attorney. What comes with that, like I said, is God forbid you get in trouble, you get arrested, within 24 hours a lawyer is on your case, calling to that if not going in that police station, calling that police station, letting them know that, hey, Zoe has representation, we want to know what's going on, what's happening, and then to deal with that initial 24 hours, because like I said, that's when shit start going down the rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
It really do. And a lot of times it just takes a phone call.
Right.
It just takes a phone call, because now they can't, that person who put you in jail, they can't call their brother. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They can't call their uncle, their friend. Their sobrino, because now there's no money in it. And once they see, hey, ain't no money in it, they basically like, listen, we don't want to let this go.
Right. I definitely see the usefulness in that if someone is living here, staying here, long term.
Yeah.
But do you have an optional plan for maybe somebody that's staying maybe for a week or for a month?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have a $99 plan. Come on over here, man. This is the brother, because this is black-owned business. This is Swizzle Stick. This is Zoe.
Come around here, brother.
Come around here. Introduce yourself, man.
All right.
This is my best chef.
Yeah. This is Alex from the Jamaica Swizzle Mix and Grill. You know, we got everything. We got
Oxtails off the chain.
Yep, oxtail jerk chicken. And you see my 2 brothers.
I need some
they
good
drinking.
jerk chicken, because I had some bad jerk
Rum
chicken
punch.
the other day.
Some
So I'm
rum
gonna come
punch.
over here and check out your jerk
No,
chicken.
this jerk chicken is
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can check it out. I put it on the group. I don't know if you see it in Dominican Travel Group.
right.
You know, I'll be opening a thing on Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, I was supposed to do it tomorrow, but I just talked to the guy like yesterday, and it was too close, you know, for me to do all of what I got to do.
Right.
So I think probably.
So you going to have a kitchen in the Humvee as well? Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing, brother.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
yeah.
man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
You. So
That's
all
amazing.
the brothers, you know.
But this is what I'm talking about, man. And I'm looking down because I'm sending a message. Brothers get down here, man, doing their thing, making moves, setting up businesses, so you can make it out of the matrix. And I'm talking about making U.S. dollars, not pesos.
Right.
True.
If you got business acumen, you could apply it anywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You just gotta want it bad enough.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Anyway, man, we're gonna get back on there. I want you to get in here.
I got you.
Thank you,
All right,
brother.
man.
Thank
Peace
you,
out.
brother. Thank you,
All right,
brother.
man.
So does that qualify me for another?
Of course.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, goddamn. Cause I'm almost done.
Hey man, you leave from Puerto Plata.
Hey, look,
I gotta say that. My brother, he live from Puerto Plata just to come and get that rum punch.
I do.
So
This
you know.
tastes
And I
way
buy the
different
big
than
bottle.
it tastes way different than the rum punch I just had somewhere else. I ain't gonna say the name, but this tastes like it got some sorrow or something in it, man. This tastes good.
It's
Oh
good.
yeah.
I come back all the time.
I ain't gonna even say it.
He ain't gonna tell us. He gonna tell me, man.
All right, thank you, brother. Okay, just a little bit more in regards to property and land. You saying you advocating for people to buy land?
Absolutely.
And I'm with you on that. Any you want to share any insight maybe where they should buy land?
Listen,
We're talking about
there's a couple of great spots. The way I was gonna do my land deal is I was gonna buy the land, build the property. We had some investors involved, and then just sell out the units. Right now, I don't have time to do that, and I'm gonna go on my channel. So I'm gonna make an announcement on your channel first, even before my own channel. So if brothers are looking to buy land, I'm looking to buy land with other black men, with other black people, man or woman, and we can buy 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. I'm looking to buy as much land owned by black people. And if anybody has 20,000, I'll match their 20,000. And let's get some other people to match another 20,000. And let's buy some real land. And let's buy some and let's do some real building together.
Y'all hear that? That sounds good.
Yeah. So if you got 20 G's, hit me up on Taylor_made_dreams. That's my IG. And if you putting your money up, I'll put my money up. I'll find the land. We're gonna have some other people, man. Well, listen, and we gonna carve it up, man. Where everybody have their own whatever. We can do something together, or we can do something separate. But we know, hey, man, we're gonna buy out blocks. That's what I'm trying to do. So let's set up our own community.
Right.
We can't set up our community by me buying here, you buying here, you buying over here. So let's buy together.
And everybody else all over the world comes into any country, Chinese
That's
or
what they do.
Indian or whatever, and they buy up the block. They literally own the communities that they live in. So you don't have to be a native from that country to buy the block. You just gotta come together and put the money together.
Yeah.
And you know, whatever they call it, the African American area, like Chinatown or Afrotown, whatever. We can do it too.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
we
Yeah,
can
man.
definitely do it too.
Yeah, and I just thought about this sitting on your channel. So see, man, this is why I love communicating with strong, positive black people, man,
Right.
because they make you think. And they always pull the best up out of you, man.
Right.
They always So just talking to this brother, man, I'm just getting ideas. And I'm announcing on my channel, but it's on your channel first. But I'm looking for people with 20 G's that we all going to buy together. And what I want to do, what I hope to do, is to at least buy 20,000 meters of land. That's almost, it's like, that would be almost equivalent to about 8 acres.
8 acres.
That's a lot of fucking land.
Yeah.
And let's set up our own community. So anybody want to match it, man, I'll match it. And I'm going to put it on my channel, so I know some other people going to come through with some money. But hit me up on that IG, and if you down, let's do it.
Right.
Let's do it. And you can set up, like I said, the owners can sit down at a table, have a Zoom meeting, whatever, and we can plan together. Or we can just say, hey, I want to set up my own thing, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But I want to go where I'm driving for about 5 minutes, and we own every goddamn thing.
Yeah, because we will take care of it if we own it all.
Absolutely.
We watch out for each other's property.
Absolutely.
You know, it's always going to be somebody there to watch out for the property.
Yeah.
Not unlike if you were in separate places.
No.
You know, you don't know who's going to be there, and it'll be easier if we buy it in bulk to get a gated community.
Right.
Too.
Absolutely.
You know.
And it's equal ownership because everybody putting up 20, and no matter how much land we buy, it's split between all the owners that's putting up 20.
Right.
So I'm looking for your 20K. That's a lot of money, yes, but
It's not a lot of money, really.
not when you,
It could
not
be a
the
lot to
big
some, but on a larger scale, that's a small amount of money. You could barely open up a business for 20K.
That's true.
You know, so it's not a lot of money, and it's something that you could actually literally save. You
Come
know?
on.
Yeah.
Una más, por favor. It's on Alex. Yeah, damn right. All right, so let's go ahead.
So
Another question.
simple things like advice to newcomers, new travelers to Sosua, Dominican Republic.
Come down here, man. Enjoy yourself. Please, please, please. Leave that strip club mentality home.
And when you say that, what do you mean by that?
I mean, guys come down here, man. They go to the Army. They want to stack $1 bills, throw it up in the air. The waiter grabbing it, the janitor grabbing it, the girl, you know what I'm saying? The dudes who work there grabbing it. I mean, man, it just makes a frenzy. And honestly, it serves no purpose. It actually serves no purpose. If you want to give somebody some money, you want to break it off somebody, man. Somebody did you a solid, somebody gave you great service. But take that strip club mentality, man, out. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, what do you have for it? That's one thing. That's one reason I was telling brothers to come here. You go to the strip club, honestly, all you getting is a hard dick. Because if you want to do anything with that chick at the strip club, and I'm from Atlanta. I'm from strip club capital.
Strip club.
Right. All day you walk out there with a hard dick. That's all you walking out there with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So take that strip club mentality out, man. Come down here, enjoy yourself. Take advantage of the economy, not the people. And when I say take advantage of the economy, man, you can live down here or for maybe a little over a quarter what you can do in the States and live very comfortable. So come down here, take advantage of the economy. Don't wreck the economy. Enjoy the people, man. And come down here, man, and just think outside of that strip club mentality.
Right. Tell them where to find you if they don't know all the ways.
All right, well, definitely tune into TaylorMadeDreams.com. TaylorMadeDreams.org is my website. TaylorMadeDreams.org. My channel, TaylorMade Dreams. I'm getting ready to start a new channel called Laptop Lifestyle. Because I keep talking about laptop lifestyle, so that's going to be just talking about jobs you can do online. Hit me up at my IG, Taylor_made_dreams. You can send an email to drlegalhelp@gmail.com or Russell@drlegalhelp.com.